Good morning, good morning, good morning. Got my green on. Got my green on. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing this amazing Friday morning? How are you doing this morning? Let me see who's in the room. Good morning, Miss Linda. She says she's blessed. Good morning, Tiffany. She's blessed and highly favored. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Deltra. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Betty Rose. I am blessed and highly favored. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Kendra. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Edible Sade. Good morning, Sade. Good morning. Yes, everybody. So I want to know. I want to know. Well, first of all, let's talk about the weather. Okay, we got a little sunshine, a little cloudy, but it's not. Yesterday was all rainy and ice. So today it looks like it's going to be a little warmer. So we'll see. They said 15 degrees. And Philly had 70 degrees yesterday, and I'm in Pennsylvania. So I don't even know how that's even happening, but it is. So it's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. But at least we got some sun, and so the ice won't stay. So good morning, babes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Trina. Good morning. How are you doing this amazing Friday morning? Good morning, Tina. I take the cold over the hot here in Atlanta. I mean, I don't mind the cold, right? I don't mind it, especially since I'm not out in the streets. I really don't mind it. But I want some warmer weather. It's time for me to get into the garden. I got to start doing things in there. I'm trying not to do anything because I don't know if we're going to have a snowstorm like we did. We had a big snowstorm in March. And so I don't want to put anything out and then everything, gets ruined because I did it prematurely. So we'll see. We'll see. We had 80 in Virginia yesterday. Now that's now it's gloomy. Now it's gloomy. Y'all got sunshine and y'all got gloom. Nikki, you a whole vibe this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I got on my Push Classic Collections hat, y'all. You know I'm a Florida girl, so I'm good with these 70 degrees. I'm telling you. Good morning, Kay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. 76 and beautiful. Well, I can't wait for warmer weather. I'm waiting for it. We'll get it. And I'm not mad at this cool weather either because it keeps my products good. You know what I'm saying? The heat is another story. You know what I'm saying? My body butter stays solid. Everything stays solid. I don't have to worry about it, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, come on, luck. Okay. Yes, yes, and yes. So, how many of you guys? Thank you so much, Kay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, if you would like to get you one of these, I got one of these in black and yellow. I bought this one for Sean, but I wear it so she don't even wear it. You can get these from Push Classics Collection. She's right here. I know y'all always say, well, why you always wearing Push Classics Collection? Because she sells clothes and she sells accessories. That's why I'm always wearing it. And that's my boo. So yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Miss Lois. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So everybody, today is just going to be a basic recap of what we did for the week, what happened last night, and just what we're doing moving forward. So while I was writing my notes today, good morning, Michelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. While I was writing my notes today, I said, you know what? I think preparation is going to be the word for the week. Unless cousin give me a word and said that God moved her and said the word my word for the week is something different. Is preparation. And the reason why I chose preparation is because when I was telling you about the 10 steps from Jim Rohn, preparation was key, right? And then when I was telling you about just the will and the desire to get something accomplished, it also required preparation. So anything that we do is definitely going to require preparation. And I don't want anybody to overlook that step as if it doesn't need to take place, because it absolutely does. Because if you don't prepare, then you're going to prepare to fail, right? So you got to prepare, you got to get your stuff in order. Yes, yes, and yes. And not to mention that was the word from Jarvis. That was the word from him when he was praying over our businesses, or praying over makers businesses, right? This, he said, this is our year and you have to prepare. He said get everything in order. So this is preparation. So I want everybody to be prepared for the blessings. I want you to be prepared for Q2, 3, and 4. I want you to be prepared for next year. I want you to be ready, right? Get ready, get ready, get ready. That was the word. Hey, we in alignment. We are in alignment. I'm blessed. That's right, Miss Lois. What Latrice said. Okay. Okay. Hey, thank you, Yolanda. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, D. I'm very blessed. Yes. Put it in the chat. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Yes. So the word for next week is going to be preparation. It's going to be prepare, preparation. So if you guys were in the room yesterday, put some ones in the chat if you were in the room last night. Last night, our special guest was Senya of Girlpreneur Essentials, and she dropped so many gems last night. She was just on fire last night, and I hope that you guys got a lot of takeaways from what she was talking about last night, because I think, like, there was some, to me, there was some revelations in it, right? It was some revelations in there, like just some ideas that I never even thought of, right? And not for myself, but for you guys, right? It was so many ideas, like, oh wow, that would be so dope. Oh wow, that would be such a great addition. Oh wow, like it was so many gems dropped last night. So I hope all of you guys went into her DMs on Instagram as Girlpreneur Essentials. Go to her Instagram and put BBU in her DMs. So stop what you're doing right now. If you're in the room and you didn't put BBU in the DMs yesterday, go right now to her Instagram, follow her first, and go into her DMs and send the letters BBU. You are going to get a free 3-day training on her. So make sure that you get it, because even her free information, it still converts, right? It still helps you in your business. So the sun came out. So yes, make sure that you DM her and put BBU in it. And it's 24 hours is over. So you got to make sure that you act now. Act now, or the offer's gonna go away. No, I'm just joking. I sound like an infomercial, right? Did anyone receive the booklet yet from DMing her? And let me know what's going on. Cousin said, OMG, she was so good. So good. So good. So good. Definitely confirmed the journey I'm on. That's right. That's right. Loved it, and her energy and enthusiasm was lit or fire. Yes, yes, yes. Missed it. Had kids conference meeting. It's available for replay. Trina, it's available for replay till 7 p.m. Girlpreneur Essentials. Let me put it here in the chat for you guys. Girlpreneur Essentials. And there may be some underscores in there. I'm not really sure. Somebody let me know. Somebody put it in the chat. If there's some underscores in her name, please put it in the chat and let me know. Her name is Senya. Wow, she made me reconstruct my whole business. So are you ready, Yolanda? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I wish I had more time with her. You can actually call her. She has a hotline. So you can actually call her and have like a one-on-one with her. Or what else does she offer? I know she has her booklets, and sometimes she does webinars and seminars and things like that. You can also follow her on Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, on YouTube. She has some videos available on YouTube too. So check those out. Check it out. Good morning, LaShawn. Good morning. Good morning. I wish we had more time with her. Let me tell you about the time. Okay. We were on for 2 hours. We were on for 2 hours, and we were on for like a half an hour after that. She's such good energy. And we had a conversation about, remember I was saying the little, the mini intensives that we're going to do, so that it's just isolated on one particular topic so that you guys could get what you need, because everybody is in different places in business. And instead of me just throwing a bunch of stuff at you, you'll be able to get the help you need and apply it as ASAP. You know, you'll have your work and you'll get it done, and you'll be able to apply that ASAP. So a lot of the times people don't value information that they receive because they'll say, I'm not at that place right now. And so the information will go over your head. And so I don't want that to happen to you guys, because I know how it is. Like, oh, well, I'm not there yet. I'll get the information when I'm there. But when you're in the room, get that information, because the information is there for you. And when will you ever be in that room again? So you got to make sure that you take advantage of, you know, being in the room. So she actually agreed to do a mini intensive. So we're going to put that together. We're going to talk about it in the future. Well, not in the future, but we're going to talk about it soon. And we'll have something like that for you guys really soon. So we got the mini intensive for your social media marketing. We have the mini intensive for your taxes. And it's always, and I have a meeting with Betty Rose tonight. We are going to get you prepared for next year so that you are not struggling and last minute putting your taxes together and getting all the information that you need. I had a really bad experience with my tax person this time. Usually I have an amazing experience. This time it was not so good. There were some things that was missing. I'm telling you, like, when in growth, you have to start changing things and you have to be aware of certain things. And if you don't know certain things, when it comes time, I didn't add certain things that I needed to have on there. And she was like, you know, you got to have this and you got to have that. I'm like, but this is different. This is growth. Like, I didn't know this. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, what worked last year didn't work this year. So I was like, okay. So Betty Rose is going to get you guys all together. She's going to snatch you guys up into a ponytail so you'll be able to be prepared for next year's taxes. If you're doing it quarterly, you'll be prepared for that. And you'll also be able to get everything you need together now, or just set up how you're going to do everything to make sure that you are recording all of the numbers and just making sure that you keep track of it all. Right. And so that's what we're going to be working on tomorrow. Tonight, we're going to come up with a curriculum, I guess, or just come up with a little class for you guys, just so that you could be ready. And so I think these mini intensives is going to be everything that you need in order to get yourself together. Instead of it being like, you know, we're talking about every single thing, we're going to be isolated. Right. So that is what we're doing. And so be on the lookout for that one. Let me see. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, my sisters. Good morning. LaRonda says, thanks. That's okay. Probably send out later. Okay. Yes. We had a time last night. Yes, we did. I pulled her IG and discovered my teen daughter already follows her. Yes. I will construct my social media for candles only. I will continue selling everything at my markets. Okay. So you want to focus on candles, Miss Lois? And then remember, she said, if your customer is the same customer that purchases your candles, that purchases your body products, if she's still that same person, then you'll be able to still sell the body products. You'll be able to still sell that. Let me see. Good morning. My beautiful sis serving us black gold. Yes. Black gold is in the house. Yes. yes, and yes. All right. So you guys be on the lookout for that. What were your takeaways? What were your takeaways from yesterday? I know a lot of you guys said she gave you some insight, but what are your takeaways? Like, what are the things that you are going to implement from starting today? Good morning, Yazzie Faye. What are you going to be implementing starting today based on the information that you got yesterday from Senya? I'm scaling back on my resin items a whole lot. Okay, my customers are the same person. So then you can go ahead and do that, Miss Lois, because you can always make it go together. Always make it a product suite, right? So your bath and body products can go with you lighting the candle before you prepare for your self-care, right? Because you need to take time for yourself. You need to relax. And so your candles can work with your bath and body products because it's all about pampering yourself. So it can go together as long as it, like she said, as long as it looks cohesive. As long as it looks cohesive. Let me see. Yazzie Face says a lot. Yes, go back to your notes and let me know what you got. So does that apply to crafting to minimize 1 to 2 items? You don't necessarily have to do 1 or 2 items, because what exactly you're crafting. So is tell me what you're going to actually do. I think you were saying something about I don't know if it was the piggy bank. No, was that you? The piggy banks? Let me know what you're going to be crafting, Janae. Let me know. Good morning, Denicia. Good morning. You don't have to focus on just posting products, but actually your message. Yep, that was a good takeaway. Let me go back to my notes. Yes, don't confuse my customers. I'm not going to add my hair care line. Nope. Like, once you master one thing, then it's okay to add the other things, right? But you got to master one instead of trying to say, I'm going to do a little bit here, because then you'll never know how to focus and get it. You'll never know how to really hone in on your target market. You'll never know who you're actually speaking to, because you're kind of speaking to 2 audiences. So you kind of got to like bring it together. And it gave me a little insight too, because I'm like, I got the makeup and I got the skincare, but then I was like, you know what? Skincare and makeup, I'll bring it together. So that actually works for me, because I do use my makeup remover with my oatmeal, and I use all of it together. And so it is like a product suite. So you just got to make sure that your products go together. Make sure your products go together. Sade says, focus on building the lifestyle brand. Yes. And visuals on social media versus selling a product. Absolutely. Absolutely. Chantel says, my takeaway is that I'm writing my ebook. All right, Chantel, about how Black women can minimize stress at work as a free digital download. Awesome. When someone signs up to my newsletter. That is so awesome. I absolutely love that. Let's put that on the screen. I love that. Tina says, I'm going to make a new LLC and separate it from my other website so people can go for their cosmetics. I don't want to do it, but I have to make my page less crowded. What? I gotta go look at your page and see what I see. I gotta look at your page and see what I see. Giving more tips, tap for more psychographics. Planning my lives with guests, artists, masseuse, etc. Exactly. Start planning today. 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 You could talk while we baking. You can live while we baking. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. And Tina, you may not have to open up another LLC. You could do a DBA. So it's totally up to you. But that's another question for the tax attorney. But the tax specialist, that would be Betty Rose. Good morning, Michi. Good morning. Good morning. I will also make another LLC for hair to also make my page less crowded, or you just create another social media page and sell under the same name, because it's still going to be the same brand, right? Create the lifestyle experience. That's right. Create the experience, because a lot of us are posting just pictures of our products. Nothing about the lifestyle, nothing about what you look like, nothing about what this girl is doing, nothing about what these people are doing, nothing about where they shop at, nothing about where they hang out at, nothing where they vacation at. We don't have any of that on the page. So we need to start putting that there so that people can see, oh yeah, that's what I do, right? Because people like us do things like this. So yes, let's get it. Let's get it. One thing that resonated with me was to stop trying to continuously incorporate new items. Yes, I'm literally all over the place. Also, I'm trying to really market to multiple audiences, probably where I'm stuck. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have your concrete vessels, and I see with your concrete vessels, Deltra. Remember, she was talking about the whole Kim K simplistic, that kind of sleek kind of thing, I think you can actually take it into that direction. I'm not telling you how to change anything, but I'm just saying, just think about those places and spaces of minimalism, right? Think about those places and spaces with like Zen, like maybe a spa. You know how they have the stones and the greenery and the wood, and maybe that's a look that you could capture. That's a look that you can capture. Especially like real estate agents, things like that may really like that's something that they could put in their clients' homes as a gift or something like that. So I mean, it's just something to think about, Your avatar should have one thing in common. If they were to sit down and have lunch together, absolutely they should fit under the umbrella. See how the base comes out when she's talking to me? Yes, the base comes out when I'm talking to you because I need you to take action now. Yeah. Sade says, love that, Chantel. You have me thinking about the complete user journey experience of our brand. Don't be a product brand. Be a brand surrounded by surround around what you sell. Be a brand surrounded around what you sell. Okay. Self-love, self-care, motivation, inspiration. Got you. I took a lot of stuff off my website, the shampoos and conditioners off, and the hair oils, you took them off. Okay. I'm late this time. Crazy stuff happening here. Need some prayers due to a situation happening at a school right now. No details can be given yet because I don't know the facts yet. All right, Michi, we are praying for you. Let me take just a second. Amen. I also took hair butters off. Are your hair butters selling? Stop focusing on age ranges. Focus on what your person does and how they think. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks, Nikki. That's a good idea. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I'm so glad that everybody got something from yesterday because I want you to start implementing that today. That's for everybody. Start implementing it today, right now, because if you don't do it now, you're not going to do it later. Do it now while the information is sitting in your head and the passion is high and you just want to do it, right? So I advise that you start doing that now. Now. Right? Her pre-launch playbook looks good. It's definitely an investment, but it looks worth it. 92 pages. 92 pages. Let's go. Get what you need. Get what you need. Right? Everybody, I want you to put in the chat. I want you to start implementing now. So put now in the chat. Now in the chat. I want you to start implementing now. Chantel says the pre-workbook is definitely worth it. So the pre-launch workbook is definitely worth it. So check it out. Check it out. Everybody put now in the chat. Now in the chat. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Don't wait till you feel like it. Don't wait till you get your website together. Don't wait for all of that. You can sit here and you can figure out who you're selling to. If your website is not together, you can still find out who your customer is. If your website is not together, you can still figure out what your scents are. You can still figure out what you want to sell. You can still figure out your product descriptions. You can still figure out getting your business and stuff in order. You can still start figuring things out, even if your website is not popping yet. So now is the time to start. Now is the time to find out who you're speaking to. Now is the time to see how I'm going to speak to my people or how I'm going to connect with my people is even more important. How are you going to connect with your people? Very important. Very important. I missed the live, but now, yes. If anybody missed the live is still on my YouTube channel, so you can catch the replay. The replay is going to be up till 7 p.m. After that, it's going to be gone. So make sure you guys check it and make sure you take notes as well. It was an awesome live. Like I said, it was a 2-hour live. 2 hours. And it was awesome. Like we could have went all night. Like, because she was so excited about what she was doing, and I was just intrigued, and everybody else was. The room stayed full. the room stayed full. You know, nobody, it was a few that dropped off, but the room stayed full. So everybody was engaged. And so I said, I have to bring her back for a part 2. So we're going to definitely have a part 2, and then we're also going to have an intensive. So while we're talking about intensives, are there any other sections that you guys would need help with? So I'm definitely going to do the business credit. I'm definitely doing ads. I'm definitely going to be doing the social media marketing, and I'm definitely doing the taxes. I think I'm going to do a website one and product photography. Is there any other areas that you would need a class in? Remember, these mini classes are going to be like $20, $25, and you're going to get everything that you need. Your questions are going to be answered, and hopefully, I really want them to be hands-on. So I want you guys to be doing the thing while we're in the class. I don't want you to just take notes, and then when you actually get to do it, you're like, I forgot how to do it. I want you guys to be doing it as, you know what I'm saying? So is there any areas? Thank you so much, Kay. Yes, everybody, hit the thumbs up, y'all. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. If there's any areas that you need help with, and you know, then let me know. If it's product labels, if it's nobody should have any problems with content creation, editing, and captions and descriptions. Why? Because I gave you AI apps that is going to help you. I gave you video.ai, right? And that's to help you cut your content up, and it'll cut it up for you. And if you're speaking on the content, it'll give you the captions, it'll give you titles. So I gave you that one. I also gave you, I didn't give you this one, but this one came from Coach T, copy.ai. That also helps you with product descriptions. It helps you with your Instagram captions. It helps you with any copy that you need. If you needed a blog intro, anything, all of that is on copy.ai. But the only thing is, you only have a certain amount of words. After that, you got to pay for it. So I also gave you on Canva, they got Magic Write. And so that also will help you as far as getting content ideas. You put in there whatever your business is, and it'll give you content ideas. Well, not content ideas. It'll just give you some information. You think of some content ideas based around the information that it gave you. And you could also get your descriptions and everything like that. You could use Chat GPT, but the only thing with that is it's been shutting down because everybody's been using it. So you have alternatives if that was something that you were using previously. So there should be no problem with content creation. There should be no problem with you speaking to your people. If you know, now you know what you're talking about, and you could type that in, right? So we know that. I'm gonna go with Kay and Yazzie Faye, because I see y'all. Kay, we know that she said, I complete your look, push until something, pray until something happens. We know that. You could put that into Canva Magic Write, and then you can see what it says, right? Or ideas for outfits of the day, or what's trending, right? What's trending should be a great one for UK. You know, what's trending, what's hot right now, whatever, and see what it says. And then put the look together and say, you know, you can get this from Push Classics Collections. We know Yazzie Faye, she's into massage candles. So anything that has to do with massage, music therapy, all of that, the massage candles and music, right? So anything that has to do with that, you should be able to, you just type that into the Magic Write, and you should have a plethora of ideas, right? Concrete vessels. Deltra could say simplicity, contemporary homes, minimalistic homes, real estate agents that sell minimalistic homes, or, you know, things like that. Concrete, you know, give me some quotes about concrete. Give me some quotes about being built to last and things like that. You know what I mean? So you have plenty of room to create some content. Plenty. So content should not be an issue for any of us, right? So everybody, if you feel good about your the new content that's about to come up, put ones in the chat. If you still conflicted, put a 2. Put ones in the chat if you're feeling confident about your content that you're about to start producing. You got plenty of information yesterday from Senya. You got some apps that you could utilize that's going to help you to make it easier. You don't even have to worry about stressing yourself about product descriptions, because you can populate it off of the AI software, the AI apps. So you should feel very confident about what you are about to create and about connecting to your audience. You should be excited about that. You should be enthusiastic about being able to connect with your audience. Finally connect with your audience, right? Trying to create content in between work at the sponsorship. You could do it. You could do it. Hello, Scented Hibiscus, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. You can save it. Don't put any twos. She gonna call you out. I for sure am if you put a two, but don't put a one if you're not sure. Because if you're not sure, then that let's get clear, right? I feel like I did so much research, but when it comes time to do the work, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. That's because the excitement is in the research, right? The excitement is in that part of it. And then it's like, okay, now I got to actually implement it. And then you do get to that point and you're like, wow, do I got to go back? I do that too. I do it too. Like, do I got to go back and look at it? But then that means you're not reliant on yourself, right? The information, you retain the information, but you are clouded by what other, outside influences, maybe you your self-talk maybe getting to you. Like, it's just certain things that make you question yourself. So I totally get it, but you're ready. Everybody's ready. You need to know that you're ready. And if you start now, you could fix whatever didn't work. You can fix whatever needs to be fixed in the process. But if you start now, you're not going to keep on putting it off, because there's never going to be a right time. You're always going to find a reason to say that you need to perfect it. It's always going to be that. So you got to let that go. You got to let it go. Thank you. I love your coffee chats. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I do. I do. I do. What is your name? So I can call you by your name, because I don't want to be like, Scented Hibiscus. Just like a regular Canva design. Okay. So, I told you guys about the DMs. Make sure that y'all DM her and put BBU in it. Now, this week we were talking about motivation. I have my notes. I don't have too many because I just wanted to talk about, all we did. Hey, Tracy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. 1, 2. Good morning, everyone. I have my first vendor event next Saturday. I'm so nervous. We'll watch the live. Yes, you got this. You got this. Your brand is everything. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. I hope you have some help with you too, because that'll make it easier. Gigi. Okay. I got you. I know I shook the table, but I got you. So we're going to recap on yesterday, this week, motivation, right? What did you take away from motivation? Right? What did you take away from motivation week? What are you going to start doing now? Right? Because motivation, it doesn't last forever. You get inspired. We'll be on right now. You could be fired up right now here with me and Coffee with Nikki, and then you start your day and then everything happens, and then the motivation is going to start to wear off, right? So motivation is not going to last forever. And so when you're motivated, you also need to know that you have to be disciplined, because discipline is going to help you through it, right? Discipline is going to make you work towards the goal when you feel like it and when you don't feel like it, because the motivation is going to wear off, right? It's easy to do the work when you're motivated. It's easy to do the work when you're excited. But when that excitement wears off, are you still willing to do the work? That is going to be the factor in the success of reaching your goal. So you have to make sure that when you have the motivation, you also make sure that discipline is right next to it, because they need to work hands in hand in order for you to actually push yourself over to the goal, right? Because you're not always going to feel like it. You're not always going to feel like it. There's going to be times you're not going to want to do it. So yes, also free value on your page, and people would really want to pay for your products. Absolutely. I love y'all, but guess what? It's the end of the month. Let's get February reconciled. Yes. And for those who didn't do January, get up and get it done. Let's get it done. Betty Rose is telling y'all right now, she's giving y'all tax information. Get it together. Get it together. Thank you. Yes, I have my oldest son and big sister. Good, good. I'm glad you have help. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yes. All right. So make sure you are working with discipline. If you're working with motivation, you got to work with discipline. They got to go together. Everybody put discipline in the chat. You got to do it when you want to and when you don't. Everything about business is not going to be beautiful. Everything is not going to be sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be times when you're stressed. There's going to be times when you just don't feel like doing it. It's going to be times when you feel like giving up. But the thing is that you got to say to yourself, I'm not going to give up, because it's got to work, or it's got to work, period. There's no what if it doesn't work. It's got to work. And if it's not working right now, I'm going to make it work. Period. Right? I'm going to make it work. Period. So everybody make sure that when you get into those moments, and you will get into those moments, that you push yourself through. Like, I'm going to get through this. I've gotten through everything else in my life. I am for sure going to get through this. It is a season. Remember, we were talking about Dr. Miles Monroe, right? Everything happens for seasons, right? They're not here to stay. He said in the Bible, everything is temporary except for God's promise. Everything, every single thing is temporary except for God's promise. Period. Right? And so if you're in a season of growth, if you're in a season of rest, if you're in a season of darkness, if you're in a season, no matter what season it is, you are going to be coming through, because it has to pass. The seasons are definitely going to happen. Right? He said, you don't throw away your winter clothes when summer comes. You're going to save it. Right? Because it's going to come back. And so you need to know that, okay, I'm in this space right now, but I'm going to work myself through it, because it's got to pass. This too shall pass, and it will. And it will. So you need to know that whatever season you're in right now, if it's not an abundant season, if you're not thriving in this season, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. While you're not thriving and while you're not in your abundant season, start preparing. Start preparing for what's to come. Start preparing for your success. Start preparing for your launch. Start preparing for your wellness and your health and your whatever it is. Start preparing in the times when you're when you're resting, right? And I don't mean resting doing nothing. I mean, like, maybe things ain't popping for you right now, so now everything is silent, and that's okay. Right? But just start preparing so that you can get to the next step, because this season is going to pass. And when this season passes, you are going to be prepared for this next season that is about to be your season where you're thriving. Right? So no matter where you are, just keep in mind, if it's not in a good space right now, and you don't feel like you're on the up and up and up, don't worry about it, because this is going to pass. And if this is not it right now, make sure that you are planning. Right? And I'm gonna even go back into what Senya said. She was like, when I started my dog business, or she said her dog business. When she started that, she was like, that wasn't really what she wanted to do. And then she felt like the things that she needed, she didn't have. So what did she do? She took time off. She took a month off, and she learned. Right? She consumed all the information that she could, and clearly she implemented the information that she was receiving, and she's still a student, and she's still learning, and she's still, she's still evolving. What she is right now, she's not going to be next year. She's going to be even better next year. She's going to be more amazing next year. Right? She's amazing now, but even next year, with all the information and all this experience, she's going to be even better. But she did have to take some time to get quiet and to figure out what it is, right? And if you have to do that right now, then that's okay. But make sure that you're planning and you're just not sitting in mess. Make sure that you're planning and you're not just sitting in darkness, right? Make sure that you have a plan to get out of here, because this is not here to stay. Right? Make sure you use this time to get clear on your purpose, get clear with God, get clear on where you want to go, get clear on your direction. Remember, she said focus. Get laser focused on your goals, because that is going to help you carry through. Right? Hey ladies, I've been thinking about changing my business. Does anyone have any thoughts on coming up with your business name? It depends on what you're doing with your business. What are you changing it for? Why would you be changing your business? So what are we going to do, y'all? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We motivated. What we doing? What we doing, sis? What we doing? Like Betty Rose said, February's over. February's over. What are we doing for March? What are we doing for April? What are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going? What's the goal? What's the target? What's the money we want to bring in? What are we doing? What are we doing? Right? Get motivated and get a plan. Right? Prepare. Get motivated and get a plan. So while I'm waiting for A, I don't remember what the A is for. So let me know. Let me know so I can write it down, please. This is the 10 things you must do to improve. We also got this from Jim Rohn. So this is a recap. We did this when we did this, Tuesday or Wednesday. I think we did it both days. I started a wax melt business, but I wanted to change the business name, not the business. Sorry for the misinformation. What's the name of the business? Alasia. You did tell me that because I remember that. I remember. What's the name? There's also a name generator that you could pull up and see if you find anything. I think it's namify.tech, namify.tech. Charming Glow. Why would you want to change Charming Glow? If you would like, if anybody's looking for any like product names or business names, I think it's .tech, but it's Namify. You can go to that platform and that website, and it'll help you generate some names, and you can come up with something. There's some other name generators, but that one I do know. That one I do know for sure. Well, while I'm waiting for you, I'm going to go into the 10 things you must do to improve, right? So the first thing is to learn the power of your purpose. Know what your purpose is, because with your purpose, you're going to be able to be disciplined to get yourself through, because you living for what you want to do, right? So the power of purpose, self-confidence. You need to be self-confident. Enthusiasm. It's also going to wear off. Make sure that you're more enthusiastic on the inside instead of worrying about the praise on the outside. Make sure you feel good about it for yourself, because that's where it's going to matter, right? The accolades, we said the outside accolades and the praise and all of that from other people is going to wear off, because you're going to forget that, right? But you're not going to forget about how you feel about a thing, right? And so make sure that you are enthusiastic. Expertise. If you don't feel like you're an expert right now, take all the time you need to learn and to grow. Take the classes, read the books, go where you need to go. Do what you need to do in order to be an expert, right? Intern if you need to. Of course, number 5 is preparation. Prepare. You need to be prepared, right? Create a plan, get prepared. Self-reliance. You got to rely on yourself. Nobody else is going to be responsible for anything that happens or mistakes or failures in your company except for you. So you have to make sure that you are self-reliant. Yes. Number 7 is your image. Make sure that you take care of your image. Make sure that your image of your brand is portrayed in whatever it is that you're doing, right? 8, character. You definitely need great character. 9, self-discipline. As always, discipline is always one of my words, right? Discipline is what you're going to need, period, right? Number 10, extraordinary performance, right? You want extraordinary results, you got to put in extraordinary work. You're not going to get extraordinary from mediocre. It has to go, you have to put the work in. If you want amazing things to happen, guess what? You got to have amazing work ethic, right? So make sure that you take heed to those 10 things. We did that in the week. So I'm just refreshing. So let me go back to Alasia and see. I feel like the business name might be too long. You said Charm and Light. That's too long? No, that's not. For labels and candle packaging, I can be wrong. Because even if you shortened it and said Charming Candles, right? It's still going to be 2 words. Get grounded. Get grounded if it's not our season. Prep before promise. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good morning. Good morning, royalty earnings. Good morning. Thanks for showing up as always. And you know it. You know it. All right. And so I have a few quotes that I'm going to also touch on because I think that you guys need to write these down and put them on a post-it and put it somewhere. I think you guys need to put this on a post-it and put it somewhere. It could be on your mirror. Good morning, Toya. It could be on your mirror. Put it on your laptop. Put it in your wallet. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it somewhere where you're going to see it. Good morning, Naomi. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Put it somewhere where you're going to see it, right? Bobby Knight, who's a basketball coach, said, the key is not the will to win. Everybody has that. Everybody has the will, right? I said that, did we do this yesterday, right? Or the day before yesterday? Everybody has the will to win, right? You want to do it, right? It's a want, it's a yearning. You want to do it. But in order to actually do what you need to do to win, you need to prepare, right? So the quote is, the key is not the will to win. Everybody has that. It is the will to prepare to win that is important. Most of us are preparing to fail, right? Because you're saying, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? But what if it does, right? And you'll never know if you allow fear to stop you from taking that step. If you allow fear to stop you from taking that leap, you'll never know if you was going to win or lose, right? And so you have to make sure that you do what you need to do. You have to make sure that you do what you need to do to prepare to win, right? So that's one quote that I wanted to talk about. It's not too long. There are plenty of businesses with longer names than that. That's right, including mine. Thanks for the reinsurance, everyone. No problem. That's right, because that's two words. Mine is Bubble Babes Bath Company. 4 words. So yes, yes, yes. And the next one I want to say is from Confucius, which says, the will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your potential. These are the keys that will unlock your door to personal excellence. I'll say it again. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to your personal excellence. That's Confucius, right? So you guys really need to think about what you want to do and make sure that you are willing to do the work, right? We got to be willing to do the work. We have to be willing to see this thing through, right? So I want everybody in here to put, see this thing through. See this thing through. See this thing through. And don't feel some type of way if you have to start over. Don't feel some type of way if you have to start over, but just make sure that you continue to go. Just make sure that you continue to move forward. If something didn't work, you can say, okay, that didn't work. I'm gonna take a look back. I'm gonna take a step back, and then I'm going to fix it, and then I'm gonna move forward, or I'm gonna change it. But make sure that you're moving. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you. All right. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to your personal excellence. Yazzie Faye usually type my stuff in here. She must be busy. See this thing through, y'all. Seeing this thing through. I should have typed this up beforehand. See this thing through. Absolutely. See this thing through. I'm not going to type. It's going to take me too long. Well, not take me too long, but it's going to take away from what we have. There you go. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Edgar Albert guest. All right. Sorry, I was on Canva Magic, right? Okay. See this thing through, right? We are going to commit to see this thing through. It's going to work, right? I need you guys to have it's going to work. It has to work or it has to work, period. It has to work or it has to work. There is no other options. I'm going to win at all costs. I'm going to win at all costs. I'm going to have the mentality. I'm going to have the Mamba mentality. I'm going to have an athlete's um mentality. I'm going to have that in order for me to move the way I need to move. I'm going to be so disciplined in my regimen on what I'm doing so I am able to be successful. I'm going to be successful because that's my goal. I'm going to be successful by hook or by crook, but I'm going to definitely see this thing through. I have to see this thing through because nobody is coming to save me. Nobody is going to come and say, hey, you're doing a great job. Let me help you with that. Let's get that out of our heads. That's not going to be the thing, right? We're going to have to save ourselves. We're going to have to pull ourselves out. Yes, we may be able to get some help in the future, but we got to know what we're doing first. You can't have somebody help you if you have no idea what you're doing, because then you're going to be wasting money. There's so much money that I've wasted on services that I was unclear about. Not the service, but just the way I needed something to look, or the messaging, or any, things like that. You got to get clear with that first, right? Before you waste money. I spent thousands of dollars on a website because I really didn't know exactly what I wanted, and I was dependent on the tech person to know what they were doing and to bring my vision to life, and they couldn't bring my vision to life because I didn't have a clear vision. And that's the key. You need to have clear vision on what you want, because then when you do have people helping you, you'll be able to say, this is what I need. I also spent money on hiring people and have them sitting around while I'm trying to finish something, as opposed to having the job laid out for them, right? Letting them know exactly what I need from them instead of them sitting around waiting for me to finish. So you got to have some clear vision. You have to plan, and you got to have some direction. You got to have direction, and make sure that you are laser focused. Put laser focused in the chat. Laser focus. Laser focus. Question: can a business in this day and time survive without social media? It can, but somebody else should be working it, because if you don't utilize social media, the world is evolving. So this is the thing. The world is evolving. Like brick and mortar, everybody is posting brick and mortar is dead. I just seen a post that there's plenty of stores that are closing right now because of the business. Everything is transitioning to online sales. So if everything is online, then you're going to have to, if you're not going to be on social media, you're going to have to be definitely ad heavy. You're going to have a very heavy physical presence in the marketplace, right? If you're not going to focus on social media. But this social media is where everybody is, right? And so even though you're uncomfortable, you're going to have to figure out how to work it, because this is where the people are. Like I said, if it's not going to be social media, then you got to get ad heavy, right? Or hire somebody to do your social media for you, so that you can be the point of you doing this is to be omnipresent. You can be on all of the platforms all over the world. You can't do that physically, right? You can't be everywhere. Even when Michael Jackson, when he was going on tour, it's easier to do, for entertainers now, right? Because people have access to them all over the world, as opposed to watching things on the news, as opposed to seeing just specials and things like that went across. Like now we have the internet, where you could get the show while somebody's in concert. You could get information. You could see all kinds of stuff right now. You have access to all kinds of things right now. And so that's I guess the wonder of the internet is that you're able to get that information quick and in real time, if need be. And so things are changing. I don't know what's going to happen after this. We see like AI is a new wave. You know what I'm saying? But things are going to change. You got to change with the time. I get it. Bath and Body Works just closed a whole bunch of stores in the US. And those are the dollar candles, y'all. The $2 candles or whatever. So clearly, going cheaper don't work, right? And clearly, everybody has problems. Even the people that you're looking up to, as far as companies and things like that. Things change. Cycles happen with seasons. It happens, right? Social media is important to grow visibility. Yes. That's just the world we are in today. Facebook and Instagram ads are key. I'm now starting to leverage them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Our robot is coming. Ugh, I know, right? You have to be where the people are. You have to be where the people are. And if you're not going to use social media, then you got to figure out how I can get around it. How can I get around social media? And if you're not comfortable, if you have some kids, let the kids run them social media page. Tell them what you want to say. We got all these AI, this AI software that I just told you guys about. You don't even really have to think and do. You could just put the content in and let that do and just post and change the wording so it's your wording. But that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Good morning, Lakeisha Keisha. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, everybody, laser focused, laser focused. So does anybody have any questions or anything that they want to say before we close out today? This is the conclusion of our motivation week. So I hope that I put some fire under your butt so that you can start getting the things that you need to get done in your business. Why don't you read it? I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna bring you up. You read it. I know you at work. I'm just kidding. Is it a long poem, Yazzie Faye? Okay, it's not. Okay. Y'all ready? I know. All right, so this poem is See It Through by Edgar Albert Guest. When you're up against the trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders, plant your feet and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best you can to do. You may fail, but you may conquer, see it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, spite of all that you can do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem futile. Even hope may seem but futile. I messed that up. Even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you're beset. But remember, you are facing, I'm reading all wrong. But remember, you are facing just what other men have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up, whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish, see it through. And I'm going to put that in the chat. Listen, everybody hops on. Everybody does. No. All right, y'all. So we are about to wrap up today. Make sure that you guys take the link that can you guys see the link in there? Put a one if you can see the link. It was a Greek in me. We had to notice. Got you. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you can see the link. And this is the conclusion of Motivation Week. I hope that you guys got a lot from this. I really appreciate you guys spending your time with me because I know that you could be spending your time anywhere else. And I also know that your time is very valuable and you cannot get this time back. So I hope that there was something in here that you can use, a nugget, a pearl, like Miss Jasmine Haley says, that you can utilize that is going to help you to continue throughout your week, throughout your month, throughout your year, throughout your business, throughout everything that you got going on. If you're watching a replay, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your notifications bell on so you can be notified when we have another video. We are on Monday through Fridays, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki. Join us back here on Monday where the word is going to be preparation for the week. So let's get it. Let's go, y'all. Have a great weekend, everyone. See it through. Yes, I will see you guys on Sunday. Sunday for the GIST group. I will see you guys. Yes, absolutely. Yazzie Faye. Absolutely. I will see you guys all on Sunday if you are part of the GIST group. So everybody, thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend.